After Time, and isn't there another one out there? So me and Barbara have decided we are not going to continue watching. We're done with it.
Not gonna watch Riverdale?
We're not gonna watch it. We watched one episode and now we're like 3 weeks behind and we're just like, eh.
I watched 2 episodes and then I completely forgot to watch the third one because it's just
we're like, we just don't care enough about these characters to drag ourselves to watch 3 hours worth of this show.
Why is it even Archie? Why couldn't it just be like some independent thing?
Yeah, but that's like what I was gonna point that topic out with MacGyver. Is a lot of people are like really pissed that they use MacGyver, but I'm gonna use. Oh, we're already live. When did we go live?
We did go live. I said so twice.
I didn't hear that. Hello, people. But we can. I guess I can just continue.
This is the problem with my cold. You can't tell what I'm saying.
I didn't even notice. But okay, anyways, about the MacGyver thing then, since we are live, I might as well just go ahead and say it. A lot of people are pissed. They feel like the new MacGyver is not anything like the old MacGyver, and that they should have just used completely different name for the show and completely different character names for the characters, and the show would be better for it. But honestly, I don't think the show would have made it without the MacGyver moniker.
This show, no. It's diverging a bit more than I would probably prefer, but it's good enough that it's fine. Riverdale, it started off as a divergence. There was no commonality at all. They didn't need to be.
Yeah.
Like, but now that they're putting MacGyver into the NCIS verse, that's a vote of confidence, right? Like, they did that with Scorpion, and that meant that it's now in its 3rd year.
Yeah.
So look, I have a visual aid. I have a visual aid for anyone who doesn't watch all these shows like I do.
We have JAG, NCIS, and then all the NCIS shows.
And then LA, which spun off New Orleans.
And then Scorpion.
And then Hawaii Five-0 and Scorpion tied in.
It's like really sad. It almost makes me want to go power watch Hawaii Five-0 now, so that I know what the hell's going on in that show. Because I watched like
they're in their 6th or 7th season now.
I know they started the year I moved to the West Coast, and TV shows that started that year, even though I wanted to watch them, they kind of got forgotten about because I was always so busy being an adult and trying to deal with day-to-day crap. That's what happened with Haven. I really was psyched about Haven because I love anything Stephen King based, and unfortunately I didn't get back to Haven until it was halfway through its last season. Now all of it's on Netflix, so I'm probably going to rewatch the entire series from the beginning to end again.
I watched 2 or 3 episodes, or 2 or 3 seasons of Hawaii Five-0, and then scattered afterwards because it's on Friday, which was like impossible for me to watch TV on, even though that was like literally my whole life. That was my channel, like my time.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, like I really liked the show at the beginning. And then there was this whole thing with Kono and her stupid ass boyfriend who I hated. And it was frustrating me.
Right? Now, somebody was trying to tell me that with the 100, they're dropping it literally episode by episode this season. And that's actually what I'm trying to check on right now. Because if that's true, I can play catch up. What are we on? The 4th season?
Of what? The 100?
Yeah, are we on the 4th or the 3rd?
I think this is the 4th coming up.
Okay, well, it's already started, so.
Oh, yeah, it started like last week.
Yeah,
if anyone is watching, here's evidence that I drink tea out of a cup the size of my face. Like, all of my teacups, like, seriously.
Jesus.
I only use the
And I
normal
thought my water cup that doesn't even fit in the screen was large.
You have to pan.
Yeah, I drink like 3 of those a day. That's
probably good. You live in a desert. Dude,
Okay, obviously, whoever said that was wrong, so I'll just go ahead and close the Netflix out before it freezes the computer, because I never watch Netflix on the computer.
If we have any viewers, don't mind me. I'm just deathly ill. It's fine.
She's just fine. She's fine. Just deathly ill, folks.
It's fine. I couldn't talk at all yesterday, so this is an improvement.
Yeah, and I felt really bad yesterday when all of a sudden I'm sitting there la 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 online and everything went off, and I'm like, what the bleep? There,
I was so
and
worried.
I called and they're like, oh, you won't be back till 10 o'clock tonight, and I'm like, and I'm so low on data right now, so I could barely be online yesterday. And that drives me nuts, just not being able to be online.
Like, our maintenance man came and they were trading out our fuse box, like the whole fuse box. And that meant that they had to turn everything off for like 2 hours. And I was, better turn it all back on. If I don't have Wi-Fi, I'm going to be so upset.
I know, like, how the heck are we going to do our show if you have no internet tonight?
Right? Just do half of the show, and then you can edit it together.
Right?
Like, you do your half, and then I'll do my half.
That would be hilarious.
We won't know what the other one's talking about.
Yes, and that would be hilarious. I'm like, what is that noise? I think the neighbors are taking. I have the windows open because it was like 80 here today.
Anyway, should we just start with MacGyver since we were already
Yeah, let's go ahead and open with MacGyver. This is a interesting episode, and I think I said it to you on Twitter earlier today, or maybe I said it to somebody else on another chat program, but I swear to God, every single Crime of the Week show covers the Zodiac Killer.
At some point, they have to all hit the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
And it was like such a tonal shift too. They were like suddenly serious and dire.
It was a very serious, dark episode this week, and I was like, hey, there's no happy. Oh, Bowser's a creeper because he knows Riley's password, and that was a little off-putting.
I found that flipping hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was like, he's not around her all that often, folks. It really felt like it was a different writer this week.
Yeah, I know. Like, it was a spec episode, or like it was one that had been written for a different show that somebody repurposed for this one.
Yeah, like it just felt a little too serious.
Started out with Jack punching a robot, so I mean, there's that point in its favor.
We win. That was winning right there. Yeah.
Head horn is getting pointed.
And the whole conversation, I will give them the whole conversation at the beginning of the episode where he's talking about the Terminator and like all the other different ways the world can end because of machines.
I know. He's so like paranoid.
He is, and I love it.
But that means that he watches all these geeky movies that he picks on other people for.
I know, right?
And he takes them seriously, and he worries about him. So Jack is a nerd.
It's like, Jack is a nerd, and that's hilarious. I love the manly man nerds. I just love that trope in TV shows. So I hope they don't drop that after this episode.
It's a fun trope because like.
It really
he's like on nerds, and then he's like totally nerding and doesn't realize it's the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, he makes fun of the others, but he's a nerd too.
That's why he gets along so well, I bet.
Yeah, because he's a nerd and doesn't even realize it.
It's true. Oh man, though, like, don't be related to a main character of a crime show.
Shit, right, son? You're gonna end up dead. Just that's simple. You're dead if you are a main If you are related to the godchild of the adopted sister of the aunt's next door neighbor, you will die.
And you'll die before anyone even knows who you are.
Right?
That's the sucky part.
We're investigating this murder in San Francisco because she's my goddaughter. Dun, dun, dun. That's literally how that reveal felt. Like,
she's my goddaughter.
right?
I'm pretty sure the entire episode only existed to make Mac explain himself, though. Because normally he's just running around doing things.
Yes. And he had to explain some of what happened between him and Maddie. And I need more. I'm very itchy today. Sorry.
He failed her in Chechnya because everything on all my shows goes to shit in Chechnya.
It's serious. Everything goes to shit in Chechnya. There is like no joke about that at all. Yeah.
Poor actual Chechnya getting all these imported American shows where everything goes to shit in Chechnya.
Right? What else? What else was really fun about MacGyver this week? Maddie trying to stop MacGyver from improvising. That was entertaining in itself. She's like, "You're ruining the crime scene." He's like, "No, I know what I'm doing. Stop!" Look, I got a footprint. I'm gonna yank my ears out.
And she was actually impressed. That was great.
Yeah, she was impressed, and that is one big footprint for a size 10.
That is literally twice the size of my foot.
Yeah, and I'm like, in my head, I wear like 9.5 in men's, and my feet aren't that big. Seriously, I'm looking at my skinny little feet right now. My feet are not that big.
Maybe they had to blow it up to show texture, like those cereal boxes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Is like, this is a size 10 boot. No, that's like a size 15.
This is a size 10. See? See the detail?
Right? And then Riley egging in on the imitation Zodiac killer. That was impressive. She's like, "Go on, kill me. Ruin your perfect record. Do it." Yeah.
She was such a badass in that thing. She was tied to a chair and was still a badass with her gorgeous hair.
Oh, God, I hate her and her fucking hair. If I could get my hair to look that good.
I know, like, her hair is getting better. It's unfair. Like, look at my hair.
It's like,
look at my hair today.
God. Oh, I just washed
I need a hairdresser to give me Riley hair.
Yeah, right? I think that's the only way you get hair that looks that damn good. You have a hairdresser.
I'm glad that they let her stop having that rat's nest from the beginning, though.
Yeah, me too. Same. They're like, okay, you're done having a rat's nest. Let's go ahead and straighten this shit out. Because that's
totally like, oh my God, I can use a brush again. Thank you.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's so creepy. Like the entire neighborhood. That I can see my neighborhood out the window I'm sitting in front of. It's all dark. It's like super creepy. But that's normal out here. I live where it is dark and you can see the stars when you walk out your front door.
I don't think I've ever lived anywhere like that.
Because there's like little to no light pollution here. Kind of awesome. But I was like super bummed out last week because we had the fucking lunar eclipse and the meteor go by, and of course it was cloudy and raining.
Of course. I was bummed out because I was so freaking sick that I went to bed at 7 o'clock that day.
I'm sorry. I've been sleeping like 12 hours. I've been sleeping like 12 hours a night. Like, I'm so freaking exhausted since I got back from Arkansas.
That's the thing, like, stress uses up all your reserves.
I know, and it's like, I'm feeling much better, more alert today, so I'm hoping I'm finally getting out of it.
Hopefully.
Because I'm tired of being tired. I want to live and have fun and get my house in order. But yes, back to MacGyver.
Back to the Clipper.
I will say, like I said, it was a little bit of a off-putting that they made like Bowser seem like such a creeper, but at the same time, it was like really cute.
I thought it was adorable. And she wants
Yeah,
to
it
be
was
mad at
cute.
him because it saved her.
Right, exactly. She's like, you saved my ass. I will not be mad at you.
Maybe she can teach him how to hack.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, he's obviously very observant in general.
I like the slow buildup of how awesome he is, though.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have a super defined role in the team yet, but he can do a little bit of everything, which is super useful.
Yes, it is. I agree. It's like he's the newbie. He's literally more of a newbie to this than Riley is because like Riley was a hacker before she was a part of Team MacGyver.
It's true. In my head, she hung out with all the other hackers on TV before she got arrested.
Yep. She hung out with Hardison and Burkoff, and I'm naming people all the shows that have been canceled. Well, there is rumors. There are rumors going around. Like Christian Kane has said in several interviews this year that there are talks about a Leverage movie. So, like, I know I got like super excited when I read that the other day, and then I was like, "But dude, he needs to grow his hair out. It's too short."
Well, it was short by the very end of the last season, but not that short.
Yeah.
Like TV movies, like a series of them. Like I could have more than one.
Yeah,
or like
that's
theater
what
movie.
he said. He said movies. He's just that every one of them is on board for it. It's just a matter of getting scripts together and getting the green light from.
Well, as far as I know, only him and Hardison are in other shows, and they're both short season shows, so they've got to have time on the other half of the year.
Right, because I don't think Parker's on anything. I haven't seen Timothy Hutton in anything in ages. I think he just does.
I hadn't seen him in anything before that either. It was like a favor that he did that for 5 years.
And then I don't think I've ever seen the actress who played Sophie in anything.
Yeah.
I would love for them to get Sterling back for like at least one movie. That would be awesome.
So,
but I know he's all busy. Yeah, we all know he's all busy off being Crawley now. So.
You know that man has been on every show that I've loved since X-Files.
He really has been. He shows up in everything.
I think I have been known to refer to him as Badger Crowley Sterling.
Yeah, yeah. He's been in everything. I mean, it's like he pops up in a random part in a random show, and I'm like, Crowley.
I'm like, oh, it's you. I like watching genre shows because you get the same actors. Like Will Wheaton pops up on a lot of my shows.
Yeah, well, actually, it's funny is like how many Star Trek actors have shown up on Leverage so far because we had Will Wheaton, we had what's his name, Data. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Escape me. You know who I mean, though. Like every Star Trek fan knows who I mean when I say Data. And Armin Shimmerman.
Half of the episodes were directed by. Yeah. Like half the episodes were directed by Jonathan Frakes or something. So like.
Okay, you can catch that. I'll have to let Barbara know that one. She'll love that. She might actually be more interested in watching it.
I like how whenever they had to go undercover, they were constantly picking nerd names like.
I know.
Tennant and Eccleston at one point. Like.
I like at one point half expected Mulder and Scully to come out just for the laughs.
Oh.
And that would have been like the episode where they got caught out because they used Mulder and Scully thinking, oh, the FBI is not going to recognize those names, and then they get called out on it.
Of course they're going to.
Right?
Here we are talking about Leverage.
Yes! We're really good at this, aren't we, folks?
Oh, good.
That's why we're unprofessional.
You know what? The thing that I want the most since I watched the last episode of Leverage the other day was I want like a Red Nose Day special or a Christmas special or something where Parker and Ezekiel Jones from Librarians are trying to steal the same thing.
Yes.
They wind up fighting about it, and then their matching hitters are the ones that solve the problem.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
I love that idea. It would be so much fun.
It can be like a Kickstarter special or something.
It could even just be a like one-off. We know what's funny here.
Just give it like a 5-minute webisode.
Right?
Just give it to me, this thing. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Librarian's not on Netflix. I don't think it is.
I think that's everything I wanted to say about MacGyver and also Leverage.
Yeah, same here. Now I'm like all over on Netflix. The Librarian's on Netflix. Only on DVD. You suck, Netflix. Let's see if it's on Amazon Prime.
Librarians is on Hulu.
Oh, wow, of course. The one program I don't have.
The first and second season is. The third season was not on there, but now that it's complete, it should be soon.
Yeah. Let's see if Amazon Prime has it. Because.
It's so good, and it's only 10 episodes per season.
I'd have to pay $20 a season for it.
Watch it for like, get your free trial of Netflix, watch it in 2 days, or Hulu, watch it in 2 days, and then cancel.
Right, I could do that. But I think when you sign up for those free trials, you have to have a credit card, and I don't happen to have one of those.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Oh well. I'll see it eventually.
Next show.
Yes, next show. Let's go ahead and talk about Lethal Weapon. I don't know why my voice went all.
Weapons?
Yes. That was one of the best episodes of the season. I'm going to stand by that. I loved this episode.
I loved it so much I watched it again the next day instead of watching shows I was supposed to be catching up on.
Yeah.
I loved it so much that I reblogged so many GIFs of it. Yeah, my friend Susan watched the entire season up till that episode within a couple of days.
I'm trying to get my other friend Sam to watch it because I was joking around about her character because we role play together. I was joking around about her character who's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. knowing Riggs and being pissed off because Riggs is crazier than her.
Oh man.
But this was a really good episode where they gave us so much on the doctor, on Marina.
She was so good. And she was like, she's secretly a badass with a messed up personal life, and I love it.
She's like, I changed my mind, Brad can have the house.
Best line.
I loved it. It was so funny. And the slide across the street, shooting the truck to save Bradley from being run over. That was also awesome. Got to give Riggs props there. And then the whole little background story of trying to find out why Murtaugh went to see the doctor.
And how he wound up with a 15-year younger daughter, apparently.
Right?
Oh man, no! Like
that's how I ended up with my daughter.
I was already shipping Riggs, and that is a terribly inappropriate ship to have.
I know, I was too.
I was already shipping it. But then they did fake dating, and now I'm all over it. I will never leave that.
And her little joke there is she orders him chicken parm, and then she goes, unfortunately, that's a part of my job. I have to listen to everything you say.
I know, even when he's spent an entire session complaining about bad takeout.
Such shade, and I loved her for it.
She gave him, like, the best chicken parm ever, though. He said if he died, he would die happy.
right? It looked really good, to be honest.
It looked really good. He wasn't kidding about those good-looking edges.
No, he was not. Oh, sorry. And then like I actually thought it was the therapist. The other therapist, they pulled that off really well. They really did make it seem like it was this other therapist. And
I totally thought it was him.
I did too. And then the creeper cop showed up. And I'm like, there wasn't even any suspicion about another cop. They never even touched on this other cop, you know?
Handled so well, because usually I can guess it. Because I mean, it's not that complicated to show.
Yeah, right. Usually too. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the therapist. You're wrong, folks.
Oh my god, though, like, I'm pretty sure that everything Rick said was dead true. He was just playing it for jokes. Like, when he said that he's interested, but I don't think that was playing along.
No, I don't think so either.
And when he joked about the sexual tension, I don't think that was a joke either.
No, I don't think so either. I think he really does feel something for her. I really think he is interested in her, and I'm praying Fox expands this into another season so we can see that their relationship grow, because I really feel like she is Renee's Renee
Russo.
Renee Russo. I knew it was a Renee. I really feel that Cahill is Renee Russo's character for this show.
I don't know though. They're bringing back that DEA agent, the blonde lady.
Yeah, they're bringing back Negan's wife. I don't ever let that go. That's Jeffrey Dean's wife.
Like Susan ships them, and I ship him and Cahill.
Yeah.
And we were having a discussion, and I think that if they're gonna put him in a relationship, it has to be someone who is not his therapist. So I'm okay with that.
I would be okay with the lady. I'd be okay with Negan's wife.
Because much as I freaking adore a messed up shit, I'm pretty sure it's illegal and it's wildly unprofessional.
Especially since she's a therapist for cops.
Yeah, and she knows all his secrets and can use it against him.
And that's just not buddies.
They're gonna have to get to where he doesn't need her anymore and isn't her patient anymore, and then they can date.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm willing to see that work, is if they get to the point where he does not need her anymore, and then they can date, you know, safely without causing harm to each other.
I'm super curious when the other girl comes in, because they've been basically referring to him to her as his love interest in the synopses.
Okay.
To see if she's just going to be like, yeah, this is a good idea, or if there's going to be like sad looks when he's not looking, or little spikes of jealousy.
I'm really hoping for some kind of I'm fine, it's great, you need to get out there and date again. And then as he looks away or turns away, she kind of looks sad, like, I wanted it to be me, you know?
Well, she has a husband she needs a divorce, a boyfriend who just died, and a cop who is obsessed with her. So she kind of needs a man drought for a little while.
Yeah, she needs a man drought. I'll agree there. She needs to divorce Bradley and you know, obviously move on from the boyfriend she was semi-serious with. And well, Stalker Cop is dead because he kind of got incinerated in her house that she now is going to give to Bradley.
And now that it's blown up, I love that.
I love how she immediately has a nice fancy apartment though. Like that threw me. I'm like, wow, that was quick. Yeah,
maybe she already had it and she was just like squatting to piss off Bradley.
Maybe, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll just stay here to piss Bradley off.
But oh my god, when that scene with the three of them in the kitchen where Riggs was getting all territorial and then went from like alpha dog to seriously uncomfortable in like 0.3 seconds.
Right? Yeah, so like and he's like
he's just like suddenly looking at the ceiling on the other side of the room.
That's a great ceiling you have over there.
drag dealing. I'm gonna fix your planter.
Yep, I'm gonna fix that planter. I promise.
He owes her a planter.
He does. He totally owes her a planter because he destroyed her planter.
He paid her back for the sandwich he owed her at the beginning of the season.
He
So
did. So I'm
there's no
expecting
reason why he
him to
wouldn't bring
show up
it.
at her apartment with a planter at some point.
It's like some ridiculously expensive looking flowers in it that he pretends he stole or something.
Right?
Because like with the
You know
sandwich,
he ain't using all his money.
the sandwich, he paid her back with the whole sandwich when he only owed her a half. And most some places you can buy a 6-inch, which means he overdid the payback.
So he's gonna overdo. If they carry that joke on, he'll overdo the payback about the planter.
I hope he always does. I hope that that's just like a fundamental part of his character.
It would be great, yes. And I loved the throwback to, Murtaugh tells the story about how, we had a signal and blah, 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 double tap on the shoulder. And then when the crazy cop has them at a standoff, you just know, Riggs knows Murtaugh's out there with his sniper rifle, and he just, like, taps his shoulder, like, come on. And then at the end of the episode, you were totally aiming for his head, weren't you? No, I was aiming for his hand.
I shot him in the hand. Were you aiming for his hand? I shot him in the hand.
It was great.
So good. Oh my god.
Very good.
Such a good episode.
This
So
was,
much
like
to
I said,
chew on.
one of the best of the season, and I love the show so much.
It's so good.
It is. It's like it's my secret like love show, and I want more people to watch it, but they don't.
I want everyone to watch it. I signed a petition for a second season.
I did. I signed it too. I saw it and I signed it. I was like, yes, give me more.
I reblogged it.
Yeah.
Facebook it.
I have no idea how I'm doing.
I talked to the people who were hosting the petition for a little bit on Twitter.
Oh, that was good of you.
I
need to get my butt back in gear and get active on Twitter again. It's just been really hard since the beginning of the year.
Well, you've had a hard beginning of the year.
I really have, but hopefully things are getting better. And I think I'm gonna start trying to come upstairs in the evenings in time to watch my shows live, because it's getting stressful to try and power watch stuff on the day of our shows.
Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on all my shows, the ones that we talk about and the ones I watch for myself. So
Right.
that they don't have such a backlog. Because right now I'm caught up on these shows, but I'm like 2 to 4 episodes behind on everything else.
Yeah, I'm 5 episodes behind on quality.
While I'm talking of visual aids, like these are the shows that we cover. These are the additional ones that I watch myself, and these are ones that are like off season or that I haven't started yet.
Oh my god, you watch way more TV than I do. So you know what I watch?
The only person I know who watches as much TV as me is my friend Rodolfo.
Like, I like watch all the DC shows.
He watches more shows than me.
Flash. I want something to write on. Hold on. I have a piece of paper right here.
See what happens when we don't have notebooks on hand.
Well, I have one, but it's further away than what I want to move to, so this is easier.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. Okay, so I watch Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl.
And then for this, we've also got Legion.
Lethal. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Legion tonight for sure. Weapon, Favor, Legion. Green doesn't want to wear Designated Survivor, which I figure we were going to pull out back on next week. So we're ready for the premiere in March.
Yeah, because we're like 2 or 3 episodes off of our show because of Christmas.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 episodes because that's all I have on my DVR right now.
Okay, that's okay. I'm still curious about how the new episodes are going to read in the new political climate, because I was just watching Blind Spot earlier today, and it's about trying to stop someone from blowing up the government. And
Right.
now I'm just like, do they really have no point to stand on? Because
Okay, see, there we go. This doesn't even. I'm pretty sure this is not everything, but that's literally my list of shows that I can think of right off the top of my head.
yeah, I have like 2 episodes of Magicians. Are they on the 4th episode or the 3rd?
I think we're on the 4th because I think I watched 3 episodes last week. That started while I was in Arkansas, or right after I got back, and I've been home 3 weeks now.
I watched 2 episodes of that, so I'm like halfway.
Mm.
Like, it's such a weird show. It's never doing what I expect it's going to do, which is kind of
I
weird.
know.
I like it.
And I just keep going back to the first episode and Penny with his box of hands. I feel really bad because I was like such a big part of the tweeting for that show last season. Like I literally talked to Penny's actor Arjun Gupta like daily. And like this season I'm so far behind because of like what happened with my dad and with my roommate falling and hurting herself. And I feel bad because I miss tweeting with everybody. I really do. And I'm gonna try to get back.
Is that on at 9 on Mondays? Because I have a gap there now.
Yeah, I think that's on at 9 on someday. One day of the week.
Because if I can catch up before the next one, I can watch it live because there's a gap between Supergirl and Timeless because Lucifer is off. And I don't care about APP.
Oh yeah, the 100. That's the other show I want to catch up on. I think I can catch up on the CW app though.
Mm.
And since I only have Supergirl and Arrow to watch this week,
I missed yesterday's episode, and it wasn't on demand when I went to do catch-ups today.
It should be on the CW app by now.
Maybe, but I was like on my computer and I already had Time Warner open.
Oh, okay.
Before on demand, and they had the one that's coming up on demand for recording, but they didn't have the episode I needed.
Yeah, I meant to tell my mom to record Legion because I really thought she'd like Legion, so I'm gonna segue into Legion now. And for some stupid ass reason, they're not re-showing the first episode. They're re-showing episode 2 like 30 freaking times in the next week, but not episode 1. So she's like, I just told her to set the series up to record, and maybe at some point in the future they'll re-show episode 1 so she can see it. And she's like, well, I don't want to do that if it's not going to show again. I said, it might come on in 2 weeks or something for some reason.
It's on Time Warner is on demand. That's how I saw it.
She doesn't have internet, so she has like absolutely no way to undo on-demand shows.
Oh, lame.
Yeah. I know. I asked her, I'm like, oh, just get it off on demand. I don't have on demand. Oh.
Like, internet should just like come with houses now, like water and electricity.
It should, seriously. It will eventually. You know that, right?
I think Canada just classed it as a utility.
Oh, that's good.
One more reason to move to Canada.
Okay, so anyways, Legion. Let's talk Legion because Legion was like an hour and a half long, and I didn't know that. And I was like, oh, well, I'll get up on the first commercial break and make my lunch.
And it was like 30 minutes.
And a half fucking hour later, I got my first commercial break, and I'm like, what the hell, FX?
Oh my gosh. But like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
No, I was not expecting that at all. That was
what I got was Wes Anderson doing the X-Men as a secret underground thriller by way of anime. That's what I got.
It was definitely a really awesome take on the X-Men and the mutant thing. And you know, it's like you have a secret agency that's trying to what was this group that had him at the beginning of the show trying to do? They were trying to find out about the secret mutant army, I guess.
Something
that's what it looks like. There's a secret army.
Mutants existed, and they said that he was the most powerful, and they wanted to kill him, but then they had other things they needed to do first.
And the dog in the cage. What was with the fucking dog in the cage?
Yeah, they never came back to that.
I know, that really bothered me. And I'm like, they better go back to that because why the fuck was the dog in the cage with the red light?
And Sir Whittles-a-Lot made a dog and gave that to him too.
But that got destroyed when he flipped the table, literally flipped the fucking table.
I love when, like, their effects when he's shredding shit is so good. Like, things are just exploding.
It's awesome. I loved it. And then I was like, yay, Aubrey Parker, yay. And then she ended up in a wall. And I was like, not so yay. But then she's in his head. So I'm like, yes.
I hope she stays in his head. Like, she's so fun. I hope she's just the voice in his head.
Yes, that's what I need. I need Aubrey Parker to be in his head for the whole season and just be like his kind of conscience / you can't trust anybody.
The her original form before she was dead, she had those like lines drawn on her fingers, and she really makes me want to get hand tattoos now.
Yes.
So cool looking.
I need to get a tan because like every one of my little scars are like visible right now. Like every one of them.
But yes, there's so
bad scars. They're just because I was a klutzy child and teenager.
Yes. Yes. So I have no idea what's going on that show, but I really want to find out.
And I was happy. I was like very happy with the special effects. Like they did not make me unhappy at all.
They must have a huge budget.
They must, but it's FX, and FX tends to put it all out there. So when they like something they tend to put a lot into it and be like, yeah, okay, here, have some money.
They have I'm willing to follow a couple of episodes knowing nothing at all about what's real and what's not and what's going on and what's not.
Right.
I hope that they start solidifying sooner rather than later, even if it's just little bits, because I don't know if I can go a whole season not knowing anything for sure.
Yeah, that's going to be troublesome. So I hope we're going to start like figuring out, obviously, who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, and you know who can we trust? Because like really at this point we don't even know if we can trust Sydney and her little group of people or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
just because they're like him doesn't mean they're trustworthy.
Trustworthy, right? So it's like, what are we gonna do here? Hey, look at me! I remembered a name. Go me.
Dude, like, was that explosion one of the mutant powers? Because those guys were Krispy Kremed pretty quickly.
I'm assuming that was one of the two people with Sydney's powers.
Yeah, because there was all the little things in the air.
Yeah, but it's like, which one of them did it, and why didn't they do it again when they were escaping the building? But I guess maybe if they did it again, they could have fried everybody that they were trying to
Maybe it's a non-specific sort of a weapon.
Yeah. And obviously they have a way to go through and appear where they need to be. So one of the other two people must have that power too. So I don't know.
And what's up with that thing? That like that troll-looking guy?
Yeah, what's up with that? The guy, the yellow-eyed demon is what he kept calling him. And I swear to God, didn't we have another show that started out like 13 years ago that the bad guy was the
Supernatural
demon?
Supernatural.
I didn't say it.
Speaking of Mark Shepard, yeah, like, what is that about? Because he showed up when he was having that like poltergeist fit in the kitchen. Yeah. And then he was gone. And he showed up when he was meeting up with the semi X-Men, and then he was gone. And he was in crap at the mental hospital, and then he was gone. So like, who is he? Is he real? Oh, my ribs. But yeah, like, there's not a whole lot that I want to say about it yet because we don't know anything, but
Yeah,
it's
and
so neat.
even though the premiere was an hour and a half, I really do feel like the premiere was actually only a 45-minute episode because we did have the John Wick promo in the middle that was about 10 minutes long, and then plus commercials. So I feel the episode really was only about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like, on demand, it was an hour 16,
Okay.
but there was breaks too, so.
Yeah, so yeah, I really feel like when it ends up on probably Netflix, since it's an FX owned show and FX shows go to Netflix, it'll only be like a 45-minute episode altogether. That's how I feel. But I mean, all in all, I'm willing to give it another week. I'm willing to watch it. I thought it was pretty good for the X-Men, the Marvel universe in general, because
I really liked it.
Even though X-Men is owned by Fox and not technically a part of the Marvel universe, it's all the fucking Marvel universe. I don't really give a shit. That's the way I look at it. It's all tied.
My nail polish formulas are filed by DCU or MCU, and the X-Men ones are inside the MCU.
Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. Nail polish calls it. It's definitive. Nail polish calls it.
But yeah, I'm sad that the Runaways show that I'm super excited about is going to be on Hulu, though, because that means that it won't cross over with anything on FX.
Yeah, that is super sad, and that also means that I won't get to watch it.
Yeah.
Unless I, by the time it comes out, have money and can buy myself a subscription to Hulu. Or somebody I look with. Or I can talk somebody into Hulu to give me their password.
What I was going to say. But yeah, Runaways is one of my favorites of the comics back when I was reading comics all the time, when I could afford to buy comics all the time.
And then, like, you told me, good. James Marsters is going to be in it, and there's, like, nothing better than James Marsters in a TV show. Yeah.
And the mother of one of the characters on there was introduced in the movie, so they could tie directly into the MCU if they want to. Yes, and all they would have to say is, my mom went missing one time. Yeah, joining up with this wizard guy.
Yeah, she went to join the Wizards, the wonderful Wizards. Yes, I went there.
The wonderful Wizards.
But all in all, I will keep watching Legion because I like Legion, and I am down for another week, or possibly an entire season if the show keeps up its pace. It had a good fast pace. It didn't really feel like I sat there for an hour and a half because I fast forwarded to all the commercials because I had to watch other shows today too.
And we have spaces in our episodes and more coming up, so
yes, because we'll be probably losing Lethal Weapon and MacGyver here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, there's only a couple more episodes of Lethal Weapon, like somewhere between 2 and 4. I lost count.
Yeah. 2 and 4, somewhere in there. And I know MacGyver, they're doing their next episode is, I want to say their next episode is March 10th. I don't think we have a new episode this week.
I don't know. But they did they start last season?
Yeah, they started
last season. Episode we're up to. I forgot to look at the numbers.
I'm looking. Hold on. Give me a second. Just watched.
I feel like MacGyver and Legends this past one.
We have 7 episodes left on MacGyver.
I feel like both of those shows broke at the wrong time for the winter. Like,
yeah.
MacGyver had a cliffhanger on the episode coming back with Thornton.
Yes.
And that seemed more like it should have been where the break was. And then
winter finale, yeah.
Legends had a Christmas episode this week.
I know, it was kind of weird. It was weird. But I think what happened with Legends, and since we're going to go ahead and move on to Legends, what I really feel like happened with Legends is that they filmed 13 episodes for the season. The shoot series was only supposed to be 13 episodes. And then the CW was like, no, you can do 18. So I think that's a big part of why Snart coming back got pushed back. And why episodes seem to be falling weeks after where they should have.
Yeah. Like, say, Christmas in February.
Yeah, right? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes left of Lethal Weapon.
I am not pleased.
7 and 4. What are those?
You making notes on your list?
I am. I'm making notes so I remember. Let's see where we are on our CW shows, because those should all be coming up here soon too. But those are usually 22 episodes, aren't they?
They usually are, and they came back later than our other shows, so they're already a couple of weeks off anyway.
Yeah. I don't even know what episode we're on for Arrow. Oh, shit.
We're on episode 3 seasons ago.
Okay, wait. Are we on season 5? Yeah, we're only on season 5. That's why I was getting confused. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 episodes left of Arrow.
That's so many. I thought it was sooner than that.
I did too.
That's gonna go like way.
Yeah, Arrow always
gonna go way into. This last episode of Legends, I felt like Nate was off character.
Yeah, I did too.
He was being a douche.
He kind of pissed me off this week because he was more interested in knocking boots with Amir, whatever her name is. Amaya. Is that right?
Amaya.
I throw a blanket over. There we go. And he just, it didn't matter that Nick and General Washington were in danger. We don't give a shit. So it was like, really?
Yeah, like he was like super annoying. He was being such a douchebag, and it worked on her, and that just makes me sad.
Right.
He was being like smarmy.
It was annoying.
And normally he's like cheerfully upbeat nerdy.
Yeah, and this week he was just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And I'm so mad that it worked, and they like, as soon as he fell in the water, I was like, crap, they're gonna have to use body heat to keep him warm, aren't they?
Yeah, it was like it was a horrible cliche, and it like really pissed me off, to be honest.
It's a trope that I love when it's done well, but that was done cliched. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it also came out of nowhere because they've been building up Mick and Amaya, and then then there was like a week and a half where they barely even were in the same room, and now she's
all about Nate, and that's really annoying.
Nate, like, when he's off character.
I was all for Nate, not Nate, Mick and Amaya. I was all for it because she's all like, don't let the monster get you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what Mick needs. He needs needs his voice of reason. That was Len in the previous seasons. And now there's no Len until Len comes back and they announce that Mick and Len are bisexual, at least.
Both of them are bi.
Yep.
There goes Jess. Whole crew of bi folks. Yeah, like, and the only thing that I liked about that whole side plot was when they got back to the ship and he was getting all mushy on her, and she was like, this is casual, right? That's what the future's all about.
Yeah. I kind of felt like I did not even feel bad for Nate for that, because he was being a total dick this episode. He was more interested. He was in getting in on my
being so smarmy.
Yeah. I love though, Nick gets a statue in Washington, D.C.
I know, that's great.
I was like,
It's like when Jane got the statue in Firefly.
Yes. Okay, so for some stupid ass reason, we have 11 episodes left of Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, and only 6 on Legends of Tomorrow. And Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl all end at different times of the year.
What?
Yeah, Arrow. Okay, Supergirl ends April 24th. Let me go back to Flash. Oh no, Legends of Tomorrow will be ending March 28th.
Is there going to be a gap?
I'm thinking there's going to be a gap somewhere.
Because if they didn't know when they finished filming the 13 episodes that there would be 5 more, there. Yeah.
February 21st, 28th, 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th. No, it looks like it's going to be weekly for Legends between now and. There was a gap this week. We didn't get an episode this week.
Maybe that's partly why.
And then Flash ends.
I really hope those last 5 episodes are good and not rushed or stretched or something.
I really hope not too. And then Flash is ending May 23rd.
That's almost my
birthday.
birthday.
A whole month after Supergirl.
Of episodes.
Yeah. How many? There's 11 more episodes.
That's
and
weird.
Then Arrow. Come on, go back to Arrow. Thank you. And Arrow is ending April 26th. So why on earth is Flash ending so much later than everything else? Let's go.
There must be something else happening.
Yeah, I'm pulling up their thing here to look at the dates again. February 21st, which is next Tuesday, right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, and then we have the 28th. Will you stay up, calendar? Thank you. Then we have an episode on the 7th. Then we have an episode on the 14th. 21st. Let me scroll down a little more. The 28th.
The I-team obtained a letter from the state ethics commission.
And that makes no sense.
That's weekly for quite a while.
Yeah, no, because then the next episode says it's not on until March 27th of 2017.
That's like a month later.
March 28th to March 27th. That's like a day earlier. There's something wrong with that one. I'm going to ignore that. And then the next episode is the 3rd of April.
I don't know. It's weird, dude.
See, that doesn't even make sense because that's a Monday. Okay, whatever. I don't think Flash knows what it's doing. Anyways.
But it is Flash.
It is Flash. It's time traveling. That's what it's doing.
That's what it's doing. Speaking of, how do we feel about Evil Rip?
I actually liked it. It was kind of fun. I was like, oh, Rip, don't kill your buddy.
He's better as Evil Rip than he is as Phil, that's for sure.
That's true. And he's better as Evil Rip than he was as Whiny. I need to save my family. Who gives a fuck about the rest of the world? Rip from season 1.
I liked Rip, but I think that's at least partially because I already like Arthur Darvill like a whole lot.
Yeah, I love Arthur Darvill.
But when he was regular good Rip, he was best interacting with Sarah. Because with like anyone else on the crew, he was varying degrees of douche-watery. Like,
yeah, he really was. There was like degrees of I'm better than you, like what he did with Mick. More Mick than Len, but he did it to Len too.
And there was like a really long time before it got to that point where he had to choose, and he chose the team.
Yeah.
That was all the way until like a couple of episodes before the end, and then he still ditched him.
Yep. And it's like, you're a douche noodle hose. I love made up words.
I keep hoping that Gideon is secretly in love with him, though.
Yes, I would love that.
What's the point of having a ship with a personality if she's not going to fall in love with her captain?
And does she have a personality or what? Especially this week. She's
She
like
was
somebody.
so busy. I love it.
Somebody's feeling moody. I was being serious.
She was like super annoyed by all the stress of processing all that data.
I know. I loved it. It was so good. It was like, yes,
was so
Gideon,
good.
you are awesome. And like everyone likes to forget, I'm going to point this out again, that Barry invented Gideon.
Did Barry invent Gideon?
Yes, Barry invented Gideon because I remember when I started watching Legends, I'm like, that voice sounds familiar. Looks it up and it's the same robot voice from what's his face's secret room in first season of Flash, and that was all created by Barry in the future.
I knew that it was like all the other ships they found have had different names, even though they all start with G.
Yeah, but
So I thought that it had to be
AI,
the same one. Yeah, it had to be the same one that was in the Braille
the
room,
secret room for
which is the only other one called Gideon. But I forgot that it had anything to do with Barry.
yeah. Yep, what's his name? Harrison Wells, the original first one, said that it was created by Gideon, or Gideon was created by Barry.
Yeah, because there was a whole plot point that Barry had security access, even though he hadn't invented her yet.
And so I have this like feeling at some point that we will get another, probably next season, since we have a third season now, that we're going to have some plot line where Gideon disappears because of some stupid shit that Barry does, because Barry's stupid sometimes. Usually the entire back half of the show.
Every season, when he comes back from Christmas, he's brainless.
I know, it's like, what were you doing over Christmas, dude? Were you smoking the dope? Was that what you were doing?
He was hitting himself in the head a lot.
Running into walls.
Like, it's just aggravating because especially this season, he was so smart at the beginning. He was learning his lessons. He was being clever.
His brain seemed to be back on gear this last week, because he was like, at first he was like total douchebag to Wally, and then all of a sudden he realized, I was learning all this shit at one point too.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do this right off the bat. Let me teach you, you know? He seemed to get it together, and more so because Iris was in danger.
To transition into that show,
yeah,
I think that the way they need to solve the problem of Iris is literally to every possible way to stop it all at once.
Yes.
Have two speedsters
with the gun. Three speedsters, because Jess came back this week. Jess Quick came back this week.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I'm behind again. But but yeah,
last week's episode.
There's all of these speedsters around. There's HR with the gun. There's the other Wells with all his tech. There's Cisco with his vibe blast power. There's like
Caitlin with her freeze powers that we know now that she can use without losing herself because of Be Still My Heart, I Have a New Ship.
Because of Julian.
Oh my god, I ship them so much now because I want her to be happy. She needs somebody to make her happy.
She does. Someone who is
because everybody she falls in love with dies.
But he's already done his evil storyline. He's reformed now.
He's reformed. He's a good guy now, and he needs to be one of the heroes for multiple seasons.
And they really need an efficiency. They really need an efficiency expert because they are all over the damn place.
I loved it. Was it? Yeah, it was last week's episode where what's his face had to fight the traveler who came for HR, and after Cisco wins, he goes, "I'm very surprised he did it."
And there's that one part,
and they're all like,
that one part where they're racing all over the town, and he's like, "Good job, but I found at least 6 ways where you could have done it more efficiently."
Yes, I loved it.
At least 6 ways, which means there might be more.
I'm so glad Tom Felton did not become a fisherman just for this role alone.
He kind of reminds me of the Doctor a little bit, where he doesn't
Yes.
realize when he's being rude.
Yes, exactly. It's like he has no idea how to interact with like normal people.
As humans, yeah.
It's adorable, and I love it. And I need him to stay.
So
And I need you not to kill him off because Caitlyn's interested in him because that's getting old. And I don't care what happens with HR this season. Let's not invent another version of Harrison Wells for the next season. That's getting old too.
The only way that I want another HR, if they're going to do that again, is if they bring me the steampunk one that they showed in the hologram. That is the only way that I give a shit.
Agreed. That's the only way. Otherwise, just leave us with HR. He's fun. I like him. Not as
He's
much
fine.
as
And
I
he's still
not as much as I like Earth 2 Harrison Wells, but I still like him.
But he needs to find a purpose in the team still. He's just still wandering around. His story isn't done.
No, it isn't.
And they really do need to get that cover story so that all this stuff happening in the lab is less suspicious.
Yes, agreed. We need to work that out. And then, like, I have this whole issue with how, Harrison Wells is dead. He died in the first season. Everybody sees him as dead, and he's a wanted criminal as well. And yet HR was running around at the opening of the museum.
The other week, he said that he had a hologram that would make him look like his partner who doesn't exist on this planet.
So maybe he was doing that and they just didn't show us.
He whammied their eyes so that they would see his actual face, but then they didn't mention that again, so I'm not sure if that's what they were doing.
Yeah, that's a possibility that like they just one-off explained it and then never explained it again.
Yeah.
Ow! That was a mistake. I'm like twisting my hair around a paintbrush. I don't even know why.
But like, just in general, Barry is dumb. Everybody else is awesome. Julian is the best addition to the team in ages.
Julian is the best addition to the team since season 1.
So good.
And the intention of the team. Julian needs to live and be back every season. He doesn't need to be in every episode because I'm assuming Tom Felton is kind of expensive. I understand. But
I need him.
Don't take Julian away from me.
I need him to stay.
Don't take Julian away from me. He's so adorable, and he talked Caitlyn down from becoming Killer Frost.
And she freaking needs that because she's so scared of her own self that she's not bothering to learn any of this for her own good.
Right, and it's like nobody else is trying to help her do that, but Julian's like, I know what you're going through. You can fight this, and he's perfect to help teach her. He's perfect because he's already fought the evil inside him.
And that is very good for the story too, because way too often they forget that people have already done something and could help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
exactly.
Cisco should be helping her. Cisco had the same fear last season.
Yeah, being like, oh, I'm gonna be Vibe, and I'm scared to be Vibe. Oh wait, I'm Vibe. I don't have to help anybody. And he doesn't even use his power all that often. That annoys the hell out of me. Like, he has this awesome power, and they never use it.
I know. I don't even know what's going on with them. Like, maybe they have rotating writers who don't match up their notes with each other.
Oh, dear God, do we have that series of books I read as a kid that had 6 different ghostwriters? Oh my God. Yeah. And they would forget from book to book what character did what or where or when, and it's like,
oh, that's terrible.
I'm gonna murder you people. I could write these books for you.
If that is the problem that Flash has, then they need to hire us because we are remembering all the details, and we can rewrite their continuity board or however the hell they organize it.
Yeah.
Get better, stronger, faster.
Better. A better show. A more entertaining show. And Barry won't be stupid in the back half of the season. And yes,
They can just hire us. They can hire us as their barometers for how stupid Barry is.
Stupid barometer. Oh, Barry got really stupid. Let's fix that. See, that's where we need to keep him, right there. He can be a little dumb.
We can have flashcards. Stupid Barry. Stupid Barry. Oh my God, shut up, Barry. Oh my God, learn your damn lesson, Barry.
Barry! I cannot spell. There we go. Barry, stop!
Barry, no.
No, Barry, no. Okay, Supergirl. They need to make up their minds, and Supergirl needs to get over herself and fucking just be in love with somebody already. Seriously. She really annoyed me last week.
I'm okay with her being in love with nobody as long as it's never a problem where she's just confused by people falling for her constantly, because this is the third guy in 2 seasons that has fallen for her.
Yeah.
But if she's always just like, okay, what? That would be fine.
She was such a pain in the ass this last episode. I wanted to smack her.
Maybe I have feelings. I don't know. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, and then I'm not mad at you for going with your girlfriend to a concert on my birthday. And then, yes, I am mad about it. She just pissed me off so much this last week.
And she made those plans and didn't tell anybody until the last minute, so everybody already had plans. And then she got pissy about it.
And then she wants to be angry. No, that doesn't happen. You don't make last minute plans and then expect everybody to drop everything for you. That just does not work on Earth, Kara. And I get it. You were born on fucking Krypton, and maybe they did that shit on Krypton, and you lived there for the first 13 years of your life or whatever. But you've been on Earth for 14 goddamn years. You've been on Earth half your goddamn lifetime. You know better.
I know. The best part of what happened this episode, though, was when the thing posed as Alex, and then Alex remembered, so they didn't have to negate that entire thing.
Yes, agreed.
That was the best thing.
Give me 2. Give me 2. Freezing. I'll be back.
Okay. We need to have intermission music. Oh, she froze. So I guess I'm just gonna sit here and awkwardly suck on this lollipop so that my throat doesn't die. But yeah, I was so worried when they revealed that the thing was posing as Alex, that Alex wouldn't remember that they had that talk, and they would have to have it again, because that would be so aggravating. And you just know that that Kara would have not said anything like she did about the kiss thing for so long. It would have been so irritating. And for a show that's built on everyone's emotional interactions more than what's actually happening on the story, on the missions, it's very irritating that would keep happening. So the characters would just be dumb. Maybe they got Barry-itis. Barry-itis. He changed the past and they all got stupid in the second half of the seasons. Maybe that's what happened. Although this week, the only one who wasn't stupid in Legends was Mick, which reinforces my idea that he's not stupid at all. They just keep thinking he's stupid, and they're mean and they're stupid, and I want to kick them. Everyone is mean to Mick. And Mick is not stupid. He just doesn't care about having a brain. Because he doesn't need to. He's made out of solid muscle.
Sensei Bowman was fighting for her life. She was the first pediatric patient in the world to be cured of sickle cell disease via a cord blood transplant. While receiving treatment at Duke, she and her family received shelter and support from the Ronald McDonald House in Durham. Sosa has raised more than
12th Monkey on Tumblr is posting a whole bunch of stuff about Legion. If you want to go, while we're waiting for her to come back, you can go over to 12th-monkey.tumblr.com and go check out what he's talking about, because he's cool and he has nice things to say. And sooner or later, he's going to be on the show. Sooner or later.
Is a miracle. Her cure is a miracle.
And what else? I think we're doing pretty well. We're talking mostly about the stuff we're supposed to be talking about in our fantastic double episode. We were going to talk about Riverdale today. If you watched the beginning, before she realized that we were recording, we were going to talk about Riverdale because she was kind of excited about it. I was not impressed. It's lame. I'm sorry, guys. It's lame. It's like drama with no purpose. So that's why I'm not watching it. I have other things to do. And even being right after Supernatural is not going to make me watch it. I'm sorry. They should have started out with vampires or witches or ghosts or something with it filmed to look like that sort of a show, and then to not have them, it just makes it more boring. Should have started with Sabrina. They should have just made it a Sabrina Teenage Witch show. Because Sabrina the Teenage Witch filmed like that show is filmed, with that tone, would be really cool. It would be like Charmed or something. It'd be like Charmed meets Vampire Diaries, and it could have been really awesome. But apparently they are rebooting Charmed anyway, so maybe they didn't want to do that. And maybe that's why they went with Archie. I don't know. But in development, they have a Charmed reboot set up, and I don't know. I think it said that it's in the past of the three sisters, but that doesn't make any sense because the show started with them finding out that they're witches. If I'm remembering right, which I might not be, it's been a while, but I don't know. But if there's three sisters always, maybe they're not the only family. Or maybe it's just a clean reboot and they're starting from scratch with new actresses. And then they don't have to worry about Prue getting fired halfway through the run of the show. And having to come up with weird excuses for why there's another third sister. They don't have to worry about Julian McMahon coming and digging up the plot every season. I don't know. He's on a lot of shows that I watch, and I just want to punch him. And I feel bad because I'm sure he's a perfectly fine person. But the characters he plays, just like every last one of them. Oh, she's coming back.
I'm back.
Good timing. I don't know. I was complaining about Charmed, so I started talking about these shows.
Yeah.
And then I talked my way into Riverdale and how it should have just been Sabrina the Teenage Witch with it looking the way it does.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that because they're already rebooting Charmed, and then I was complaining about Julian McMahon on Charmed. So that's how long it took for you to come back.
I tried to be quick. I don't have the tablet tonight, so I couldn't just hop onto the tablet when the computer froze. I had to literally do a reboot.
That's fine.
But yes, Barry is stupid, and Barry needs to stop. Barry, stop.
Barry so needs to stop.
Wait, oops. Barry, stop. Bye-bye, envelope. And Julian is the best thing to happen to that show in 3 seasons, in my opinion. Except for, Leonard Snart and Mick Rory.
Maybe he'll get to transition onto Legends next season, and Legends can just keep collecting up the best people off the other shows.
Yes, I agree to this 110%. I got into an argument with somebody on Facebook. It was more like a discussment. I guess that would be what it would be, a discussment. And where he was pissed off because they always make somebody gay on a TV show. And I'm like, dude, that's just how it is these days. There's gay people are more prominent in media, and that's what's going to be on TV, unfortunately.
And like literally in the real world, 1 in 10 people is gay. If you have 30 people in your office, probably 3 of them are gay. So
exactly. Right? And it's like, I get y'all straight agenda people don't want the gays on your TV, but unfortunately the gays are here to stay and we're not going nowhere.
Did you see that tweet that was going around as a screen cap on other sites? That was like it's so hard being a straight white male. Everything used to be 100% about us, and now it's only like 98% about us.
Whatever.
Like, that's what I think of every time someone's complaining about, like, oh, diversity is pandering, or oh, why does everyone have to be gay, or oh, why are there so many girls in this? Like, right? I just think of that tweet.
I went out on Sunday, and it was just a group of us girls, and I literally there was only one straight married woman in the group. The rest of us all identify as something else. And we jokingly said we should write a script about a group of girlfriends that only have the one straight friend.
The one straight friend.
The one straight friend instead of the cliched, one gay friend. Right? They just open.
I would watch.
I would idea.
Show. It would be fun.
Yes.
But like all those crybabies that were like 2 Star Wars movies in a row with girls in them. Oh my god.
I'm like, more power to the women. We deserve to be the heroes once in a while instead of the damsels in fucking distress.
Right.
Up on your misogynastic fucking bullshit.
Exactly. I'm gonna print a tiny tweet, and I'm just gonna keep it in my purse. And then when people start piss babying, I'm just gonna pull it out and be like, boo-hoo.
Yeah, you're like, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
I'm just gonna flashcard people in real life.
And it's like when people start bitching about the gays on my Facebook, I'll be just like, dude, you do know I am.
I was in philosophy club when I was in college, and you know how with anything, people have like a couple of pet topics that's all they ever argue about, and no matter what you're talking about, it comes back around to that.
Yeah.
It's worse in a philosophy club because it's literally about arguing. Where about halfway through the year, we literally each made flashcards of everyone else's pet arguments. And when it would start spiraling back into the same argument we'd already had, we would just drop cards on each other.
Yes.
Pick up a different argument because it was much more interesting.
Right? But I'm like serious, I want to sit down and I want to try to write a script that is literally like a group of 5 gay friends who like all identify as something different. We're not just gay or bisexual. I want to represent all as many of them as I can at least. And then have the one white female friend who's straight.
And is like so painfully ordinary that doesn't get it.
Yes. Because like the girl is very like she's married to her husband. She's married and they have their first baby on the way in the next 2 weeks. And she's like totally level-headed and calm. And then she was with all of us. And we're all really good friends. It's just we're all so different now, and it's like me, I'm the crazy one who decided to move halfway across the country just because I could.
She had a date.
It was a dinner date with a friend.
You had a date?
Valentine's.
Oh my god. Hand holding, there was no kissing.
Oh,
There's stuff viewers, no one will know. But if you get that pilot written and you get it sold because you're the one in California,
Yes.
I will fly out there and I will write on that show. I will be in your writing crew.
Yes. Yes. I will, if I get like grabbed up and be like, okay, but I have people I want to write for me and you're gonna hire them and they'll fly your ass to California for me. There you go.
Sweet.
And Danny will be one of my writers too. I'm standing by that.
Yes.
You and Danny and me will write the show. That's how it will go. I'm
It'll
like
be like
hiring
girls,
Danny
but
without
more
even
fun and
telling
cool.
her. I gotta remember how to write TV scripts again. It's been a long time since I've done that.
I never finished mine. I wrote a movie
I
because
wrote
I was in the
like
class
3 or
to learn how
4
to
of
write
them when
movies.
I was in high school, and I never did anything with them. I decided I wanted to write books more.
Speaking of writing TV scripts, when I couldn't sleep last night because my sleep schedule was all screwed up from being sick, bed, and I was like, I would really like to see a reboot of Remington Steele because I feel like it could really be good. And then I was like, I bet it could be like Leverage. And then I started writing the script in my head.
Oh my god. I've done that so many times. I love, and I will probably bring it up 8 million more times over the many seasons of this show, the show Due South. If you've never seen it, find it. I believe the entire, or depending on what country you're from, seasons are on YouTube. Or you can get the discs one by one on Netflix, or at least you could the last time I checked. I could be wrong about that.
I haven't had a physical Netflix account since streaming happened. Like,
yeah, no, me neither, to be honest. I use
bothers me that some of
Barbara's
the
and I
stuff-
stream everything.
me that some of that stuff is not available off of disc.
Yeah,
Like,
it's available. It's available on DVD on Netflix, like dudes. But seriously, if you just want to watch it, if you're from Canada, it's 4 seasons. If you're from the US, it's 3 seasons. Because for some weird reason, Canada split season 3 into 2 seasons, even though it's only like a 14-season season.
what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He bought so he wrote me a letter. The problem is, forgot it.
Charming.
The thing is, he brought it to school, but I had his thing too. But I was like, we'll just open it later, and he forgot to bring it because he was running late. And so,
Still better than Riverdale.
So true it is. The hell was that, ma'am? What'd you do? Cat's making random noises
He's
across the room at me.
He's living up to his name.
He sure
Damn.
is, because when he jumped, he's not moving though, so I guess it wasn't him. Damn. Well, he's alive still. But yeah, I'm serious. I think I'm gonna sit down and try to like remember how to write a TV script because I'm like kind of interested in trying to pull it off. I think it'd be fun.
I need to find scripts of all the stuff that I really like so that I can remember how to write a script at all because it's been like
I think there's a website
Is
called
that
like
movie writing?
tvscripts.com and they like store all the scripts for every TV episode ever.
Danny said just to Google whatever I'm looking for a script.
There you
That's
go.
what she does.
That works too.
Just haven't done it. But I've seen I've seen little bits of like the way Stephen Moffat writes a script where there's a lot of like random snarking in between people's lines.
Yeah, I've seen that too. And it's like, why do you do this, Moffat?
I would totally do that though.
I would do like in parentheses off to the side. Hey, you're a douchebag. I don't like this actor. You're a douchebag. I'm gonna murder your character in a future episode. You just don't know what one.
Be nice or else.
Yes, be nice or else I control your future.
And like Joss Whedon's scripts looked like the way he talks.
Yeah.
Conversationally. So I need to just like maybe one of these months I'll just read all scripts. One of the months when I don't have a book to review.
Right? Maybe I'll start reading TV scripts again and like get the idea of how I want to do this, and then I'll come up with character names and write out entire like 6-page profiles for them, like I do for my books. Like I seriously, if my books ever actually go anywhere, I could literally someday release like a 60-something page book of just profiles on every character in my book.
Well, when you're famous for those books, people would buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I have death scenes for every single character in my books, even though not every character in my book is going to die. I wrote them anyways. Because I could.
I used to do that. I used to do that thing that they love to assign you in creative writing classes, where you sit down with your character and you have coffee with them and ask them about stuff to learn who your character is.
Yeah.
But the more I did that, the more it would diverge from whatever the heck they were supposed to be doing in the movie, in the book.
Right.
It was changing my characters. It was turning into its own story.
Yep, that's what I do. If I ever share the Google file with you, like if you end up being one of the people who gets to read my book before it's published, I will share the character files too, because that's always fun to make people read.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I let Danny read the first 100 pages of my book and she loved it. So that's a pretty good sign that it's decent.
Oh my goodness. Tomorrow I'm starting up pages with my crit partner again.
Ooh, cool.
I was supposed to be typing on that, so I didn't have to type all of them tomorrow, but then the electricians.
Oh, yeah, that can cause that issue. And I won't have time to do any writing tomorrow because I have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow. Yay.
Yay.
One at 9 a.m. and the other's at like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm just like shaking my head. Like, no, doctors, you can't make my appointment at the same building at the exact same, couple, less than an hour apart from each other. You have to make them completely a day apart from each other.
Of course. But like not enough of a day apart to actually do anything else, just to like.
Yeah, I know. Like literally I'll get done probably around 11 with the one that's at 9 a.m. I'll drive home and maybe have time to shove lunch in my face, and then I have to turn around and drive back to go to the other appointment. So I'm not happy. I'm just like watching the light go back and forth across the top of my glasses. So like, do we have anything to say about Arrow, or like, did we think Arrow was lame? Sam? I think Sam froze this time. Sam. I think she froze, people. I don't know what to talk about. I'm not usually the one who has to say it while the other person rebooted. But okay, I guess I can talk about Arrow because I know she doesn't watch Arrow. I was like a little confused by this week's episode because why is he already sleeping with Dinah? Like, or did I miss something? I'm not sure. Did they hook up? Maybe. Are you back, Sam? Now there's 2 of you. There's 2 of you in this call.
Ooh, ha. Hello.
Hang on, Sam. What's up? Oh, are you happy, Gappy? I'm happy. You're happy, Gappy? You're gonna come over here to the jammies while I'm still live? Sure. Okay.
You're lucky I got out of the room with this.
She can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Never die. And Barbara's in the room. So like I was trying to talk about Arrow, but like this week's episode just confused me to no end because I'm like, why is he already sleeping with Dinah? Like seriously. He is already sleeping with Dinah, and they've only been together like a week.
Because he is a man slut. Have you not noticed how quickly he goes bed to bed?
He really does. It took him longer to get with Felicity than anybody. Yeah, Felicity than anybody, and that drives me nuts because I still ship him and
But
Felicity.
he went to back when Sarah was just Sarah. He went into her bed like immediately.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
one
He's like,
episode
oh,
after
Sarah's
whoever
back,
was
and
on.
Laurel can still be mad at me, but I'm gonna sleep with you anyways. That's literally what he does, Barbara. It's not even a joke.
Which show?
Arrow.
I don't watch you.
Arrow. Oliver Queen is a man whore.
All the two shows. Going
Now, not all
It's
of
like
them. Just Arrow and Legends, apparently.
Why can't Mick
it's
be
that
a man?
rich boy thing.
It's the rich boy thing, yes, because isn't Nate a rich boy too?
That's all they want.
I know without Star Wars that he would have been, or without Indiana Jones, he would have been a yoga instructor.
That's very true. Yeah. We were talking about Nate. If there was no Indiana Jones, he would have been a yoga instructor from Legends.
We learned that for a fact.
Well, Mick wasn't affected by Star Wars or Indiana Jones. He still would have been a criminal.
Mick would still be
Still-
Mick.
Mick would still be Mick. Nothing in
Can we address in Legends why they never put a hat that fits Mick?
because there are no hats that fit that head.
That enormous head.
He has the worst hat head ever. What'd you do? Bam says you're annoying.
Where is he?
Over there in the chair.
Now, how do you feel when you jump on me in the middle of the night, purring your ass off?
I love you when I do that. Bye.
Oh, don't forget to tuck me in.
All right, I'll be there shortly. I think we're about to wind up the show because I'm forgetting how to talk.
Wally up the show.
Yep, we're gonna Wally up the show. We're gonna Kid
It's
Flash
gonna
up
be
the
going
show.
faster. We're gonna flash up the show. I'm running out of things to stop me from coughing, so that's probably good timing.
All right, so that's it for this week. We will be back at our regular time on Sunday to talk about, I guess, Supergirl because I'm getting really annoyed with Arrow. And there's no Flash or Legends this week. Yeah. And there is no Flash or Legends this week at all because Flash is a repeat tonight and Legends isn't even on because of the Tough Mudder competition or whatever.
What the hell that is?
Yeah,
But there will
who gives a
be-
shit and who
there'll be
wants
a
to watch
new-
that shit? What?
There'll be a new episode of Legion, though.
Yeah, we'll have a new episode of Legion, so I guess maybe we could discuss that on Wednesday this week. Or Sunday. Wednesday. Wow, where'd that come from? Sunday
We
this
never
week.
go on Wednesday. Yeah. So that'll be our Sunday show. It'll be short. Although knowing us, it probably will not be short just because it has two
No,
episodes.
because we tend to go off on tangents about things that have absolutely nothing to do with what we're watching. And thank you for our how many viewers did we get this week?
We
How
have
many viewers did we?
won a couple of times.
Yeah, because I haven't had YouTube up at all this time. So how many viewers we have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you like my blue mic?
Wow, we are really far behind because I'm still talking about writing scripts.
Yeah. It sometimes gets like super delayed. It starts out at like a minute delay and it winds up being like a 45-minute delay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like when people are watching it. I don't know if there's like big gaps while it buffers or what. But
I don't know either. Yeah, I'm still talking about scripts. It's hilarious. I can see it like my hands going like this. And
yeah.
that's like 10, 15 minutes
It
ago.
seems to when it's done processing, it always seems to have the whole discussion. Like I clip through and there's not any big gaps unless we had already had a gap because one of us is missing.
Yeah.
But
Hey, we both froze tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
mine was actually because of the electricians, because when they gave us our new switches on the wall, they connected the wires differently, and now if you hit the one switch, it turns off everything on that side of the room, including the Wi-Fi.
Oh no!
So somebody went and like flicked the switch without thinking, because it used to be you would turn off the light without turning off everything. It would just be the light, but now it's everything.
Oh, that sucks.
The Wi-Fi to come back online.
Yeah. No, it was like funny because I was like completely at a loss for what to say. I literally sat here laughing for most of it, and then I'm like, I guess I'll talk about Arrow since she's not here. And what the fuck is with the he's already sleeping with Dinah, and that's when you came back.
When we first started the show, I didn't like when you would disappear, because then I would have to scramble for something to say on my own, and I'm not really good at just like talking on my own.
No.
But I just talk.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, I was complaining about Riverdale and wound up complaining about Charmed. So
Yeah. So it's all good. I'll get used to it the more often it happens. And I believe sometime soon I'm going out to the Salton Sea. So I'm going to take a camera with me and record shit and make a video and talk about the Salton Sea. And I'm going to put that up on here because it's awesome. The Salton Sea is awesome.
yes, do
it's
it.
totally post-apocalyptical. I need to do it. And we're probably going to go to Universal sometime in the next month or so. And I'm going to take camera and do video then too, and do a video about Universal Studios because awesome sauce. And in like 2019, I'll be going back to Disneyland and totally do a Star Wars episode where I walk around Star Wars land all day.
Me and my brother are going to try to go to a con I think it's in July or late June.
Oh, cool.
And Karen Gillan is there, so to have some video of that. But I already have a playlist set up. Like, hey, look at this, or something. Yeah. Something along those lines.
Okay, so those
set
the
up for
hey, look at this, Salton Sea and all that will go up on the what's it called? That channel, that part of our channel.
That time saying that channel.
Yes. Okay, folks, we're gonna go before I freeze again because it's likely to happen at any time now. So we'll see you Sunday, barring. I don't think anything is happening at my house this Sunday. There are no birthdays. There are no random parties. There are nothing going on Sunday. So I will be here all day, and then I will be on the show. So Sunday. Sunday.
And hopefully by then, hopefully by then my throat will stop hurting and I'll have a voice and I won't be dying the entire episode.
Yes, drink black tea and eat cough drops.
We're out of them. Like the whole house has been sick for almost 2 weeks now. There's no more cough drops.
You must have the same shit going on that we've got going on here, because if you can't tell, I'm still coughing and sniffing too.
According to Susan,
now Barbara's got a sinus infection.
According to Susan, who I got hooked on Lethal Weapon, who lives in Sweden, they refer to February by the word that means staying home sick. Mm-hmm. Like February is just staying home sick month. That's what
it is. It seriously is. Every year I get sick in fucking February, and I am sick all of fucking February. It's ridiculous.
So ridiculous. Totes ridiculous.
Oh my god, the wind is picking up. And remember I said I opened the windows up here because it was warm? It is not warm anymore. I'm cold.
Did you hear her being rude to you?
What did she say?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
No, it's cold. It's like 40-something degrees out. I know, it's much colder there.
Today, I don't think it is. I don't know. Like, today was warmer. But I was freezing because of this cold. I've like lost all ability to regulate my own body temperature. So like it's 20 degrees warmer and my feet are still frozen little ice cubes.
Now I'm gonna start yawning because I'm cold.
Oh no! Don't go to sleep when you're cold. That's how they find frozen shepherds in the spring.
Right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the night before I freeze to death in my office here. So we'll see you on Sunday night, 7 Central, no, 7 Pacific.
You don't even know where you are.
I don't know where I am. I'm still jet lagged.
7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. Follow me on Twitter at Pirate Girl Jack.
And I'm at Amrock Wolf, I think. Am I?
And Reese says and love her.
Okay, we love Reese. Yes, I am at Amarok Wolf, AMAROQWOLF. And yes, for those of you who speak Inuit, I know my name is Wolf Wolf.
Wolf Wolf.
It is. That's what it is.
And my name doesn't actually make any sense, but I've had it for like 12 years or so now. So I'm just keeping
Why change it? Exactly. I've had Amarok Wolf for God.
longer than that.
Years.
When did Pirates of the Caribbean come out? That's when I got this name.
First one. Let me see. No, not sim.com. Thank you.
Because it was right after seeing that I got the blaster virus on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone remember the blaster virus?
Vaguely.
And I had to get a whole new
The first
email.
one was the curse. The first one was the curse of the Black Pearl, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
It was when I was in college. So if it's between 2000 and 2004, that's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one, 2003.
Yeah, so it's been like 14 years I've had this name.
I've had Amrock.
If you Google Pirate Girl Jack, there's probably 15 social media sites that have come and gone that have my name on it.
Go ahead and Google Amrock Wolf. You'll find me. That's the only way anyone can find me online, because I very rarely actually use my real name. Very, very rarely.
Very rare.
Like Facebook is it. Literally, Facebook is it, and that's going to be changing soon. Anyways, because I will be using my author name soon. Haha.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Sunday night, where we will discuss the stupidity of Arrow and Supergirl, and trying to figure out what the hell she wants, if she wants Mon-El or not, because
I think this week it's supposed to be Mr. Mixtiplix. Mr. Mixtiplix.
Whatever his name is.
It'll be interesting to see how they pronounce that and whether everybody in the show pronounces it differently. That's what I'm looking out for.
Yes, that will be fun. That is going to be fun. So, yeah. I'll probably watch Supergirl Thursday, since I will be out all day tomorrow. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
I don't know how behind we are on the show, but
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
well, bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.